Okay guys, so I'm going to talk to you now about what servers are and what IPs are, because we've had a request from some people to talk about how they work and how we can get them to kind of better, make better use of them. So I'm not going to teach you guys how to use the internet, you should know that already. But crucially, let's talk about what an IP address is first of all. So Adidas will only allow you to buy at least 2 pairs per IP address, to my knowledge. Um, so essentially, your IP address, when you log into your computer, so this one, you say to your internet service provider, I want to, request this site and I want to go on this site. Your IP address is your unique identifier. So that's you, that's your computer address. Now, when you click on something, your IP address is constantly being logged, so everything can be traced back to your specific computer and your specific address. Um, they then talk to the main internet service provider. The internet service provider then tally that on to somebody else, and then they send that information back to your computer. Um, so it serves as a location addresser, really, or a host or network interface identification. So basically, Adidas know who you are and where you're coming from. Okay, so when we're talking about the bot system, now there is a section on here for proxy address. So what is the benefit of using a proxy, you may ask? Why should I need to use one? And why do I need to tick that box? Now, proxies, there are loads of different ones out there. Um, I personally use this group here called MPP. They are called My Private Proxy Group. They are a leading provider of proxies and servers, and they assign you different servers and IPs basically. If you want to have a look at these guys, check them out. Private proxies are the ones you want to have a look at, but the one you actually want, if you want a sneaker one, is you need to go to dedicated proxies, which is this one just up here. So dedicated proxies are specifically for a purpose, and they are checked to make sure that they actually work. You can see here that there are some Pokemon Go ones, ticketing proxies, etc., etc. Now, I personally have this one here. I have the 20 pack, which cost me $65 a month. Here's my client area. So you can see here that I'm paying 65 US dollars and I'm getting 20 sneaker proxies. Next build date, 19th of March. Um, they're active. I'm not going to show you my proxies for obvious reasons. If I show you them on the screen now, you could just lynch them and take them for your own benefit. So I'm sorry that I'm not going to do that. But let me just explain how they work very briefly. So if we press get started, what that does is, this is really important. So here, you have to choose the location of where you are. So if you're based in the US, obviously you need to choose the United States. If you're not, you need to choose Europe, because if you choose the United States and you're based in Europe, all of your IPs that you're going to be given are going to be assigned to United States ones, and it's going to cause you all kinds of problems. So check whichever one is relevant to you. Now, I'm with Europe, so that's why I would choose Europe. And then on this, you can see here it gives you tons of different shoe sites, which is amazing because, as you know, IPs can get banned really easy and really quickly. So I've personally gone for Adidas.com. I don't buy from any of the other list of sites on here because we don't have these over in Europe. So you want to make sure you go for Adidas.com, go to continue, and then go from there. Now, why are MPP specifically very good? Well, the reason why they're very good is because all of their proxies are checked and are guaranteed to work for the duration of your purchase service time. I can account for that and tell you that none of those IPs that I've been assigned proxies are banned. They're all 100% legit and they work. They're checked constantly. You can request throughout your time of having it as well. You can request new proxies. And what you need to do then is then copy those and paste them into this proxy address bar and make sure you have ticked the proxy usage. Once you have done that, that will then change your IP address. And for every single window that you have for this, if you have this one and then you had another bot installed in another window, if you don't know how to do that, check out my previous video from Heated Sneaks and you'll learn how to do that. You would then have a different the crucial thing is you're going to have a different proxy address and a different IP address for every single window, maximizing your chances of copying because they're going to see it as 3 separate IP addresses. Adidas will look and think, well, that person is coming from this computer, and this computer. They're 3 different IP addresses. So you're not going to get blocked and you're not going to have orders cancelled because they're coming from three different places, essentially. Address is not the main one that they're going to cancel on. It's mainly IP addresses what causes orders to get cancelled. IP addresses and cards. So, as with my other video, if you've got multiple cards, I would recommend running either multiple cards in different bot windows, or if you haven't got that, just maybe use a proxy. One thing I will say is do not use public proxies. Public proxies are rubbish. They don't work. They're really slow. They get banned really quickly. It's not worth it. You need to make sure that you have a guarantee to work server. They're all checked to make sure that they're working and ready to go. These guys have been really, really good. They've given me some support already, and literally came within 5 minutes of me ordering. I got those proxies. If you're serious about what you're doing, you'd probably go towards this level. Yeezy Mafia are probably on this kind of level. I'm only trying to grab maybe 4, 5, 6 pairs, so this for me is perfect. Gives me 22, allows me to have multiple locations within Europe, and crucially multiple subnets. And you get a monthly randomizer, so they change every month. So if for one drop you're not going to have the same ones, which is great because it means that if it gets banned, then you're not going to be in the same situation next time where you're also going to get banned. Really, really cool. It's really, really good. The only other one that I know of that's pretty good are ghost proxies. Oh, I spelled that wrong. These guys are also really good. I haven't personally tested them out for the Yeezy drops because these guys are just like dedicated private proxies. They're not specific to shoes, which is why I went with these guys, because these are guaranteed to work and are specifically checked and specifically made for sneaker proxies. They're all checked against Adidas.com. We know they work. These ones, you might have a bit more of an issue with that. So I hope that takes over a couple of bits and bobs, guys, about what proxies actually are and how you go about using them. They are really, really good, and they will help you in terms of actually making sure your orders don't get cancelled. You would only need to run this if you're looking at going for multiple pairs. I wouldn't suggest that you invest this amount of money a month if you're only going to get one pair. It's not worth it. It's just if you're wanting to get multiple orders and trying to maximize your revenue returns, go for that, because that's going to be your biggest chance at being able to cop multiple ones without getting blocked. I hope this was useful, guys. Good luck on Saturday with the zebra drop, and I will see you soon.